Hey Mongil Star Dive fans, this is Chris Bolts and I'm coming in with a video to give you guys some tips on going in and upgrading your characters. Now before I do get into the content, do make sure you like, share, subscribe, turn on the post notifications, all that stuff really helps me out. Now before I do go ahead and start giving the tips, the very most important tip that I can give you is to try to complete as much of the story content as you possibly can, because a lot of the way to level up your character and to get access to the various modes of gameplay is all going to be locked behind story content. So trying to level up your characters, trying to break through your characters, which is basically taking them to the next level or beyond the maximum level that you've done, upgrading artifacts, upgrading their skills. You got to complete as much of the content to be able to go ahead and do that. So that's the first most important information that I can go ahead and give you. Now, what I will tell you is when you go in here and start upgrading your characters, choose a certain number of characters that you want to go ahead and upgrade. Now, I will say that upgrading characters based on their element and creating teams around an element is probably the most important thing that you can do, because a lot of this game, especially when it comes to the bosses, will require elements that they are weak to for you to go in there and defeat them with. So if you like ice or if you like fire, I would say concentrate on an ice team or a fire team. If you can't do that, then choose the 3 or 4 most important characters that you can go in there and use consistently, that will create a mixed element team that you have a certain affinity to. So in my case here, I am using Ophelia, G1, and Reina. These are the 3 that I am consistently using, and they're the only ones that I am focusing on upgrading. You can see right here, I got them all up to star rank 3. They're all at level 45. Well, they're at level 50, excuse me. The 2 5 stars, Ophelia and G1 are 5 stars. They're at level 50, and then Reina here is at level 45. So I've got those characters leveled up. In fact, I could probably go in here and level up a little more. Can I? Yes, I should be able to level up to level 50 now. So we're gonna go ahead and upgrade her right now. So now my main team is at level 50. Now we're at a breakthrough. I can't break through until I advance the quest to all's well that ends well. So again, if you want to go ahead and be able to do any of the content in this game, level up your characters and all that, you have to complete as much of the story content as you possibly can. So we got that team upgraded here. This is my main team right here. Got them upgraded to level 50. Now when I come to skills, I try to level up the skills evenly. You don't have to worry about the passive trait. The passive trait is always going to be maxed out. I always try to level up these 4 skills right here: the basic attack, the special skill, the switch skill, and the ultimate skill. I try to level them up all at the same time. Sometimes that doesn't happen. As you can see right here, I have Reina for whatever reason at special skill 4. I think I made a mistake and upgraded that. I didn't mean to do that, but it is what it is. Here we have G1 skills all at level 3, and then I also have Ophelia skills, her basic attack at level 4, and her other skills at level 3. And it's very easy to go in there and get that upgraded. You got these resources right here that you need to go ahead and upgrade. And I think a better place to go ahead and look at the types of resources you need to upgrade is going to be at the crafting menu right here. So on the combine, this right here tells you all the materials that you're going to need to go in there and upgrade your characters. These right here up at the top, these right here, you use these to go ahead and rank your character to the next star rank. And you got your assassins, you got the destroyer, support, fighter. And then these up here, you use to upgrade the skills. Or rather, these right, yeah. Actually, I don't know why my screen has it all mixed up, but these right here, you use them to upgrade skills. Same right here. They got my screen all mixed up. And then right here, if you want to upgrade your artifact, these are what you use right here. So again, with the same type of strategy that I go with the characters, choose 3 characters to focus on and upgrade those before you go in there and try to min-max your other characters. especially if you're free to play, you're not going to have enough resources to go off in there and min max these characters. If you're a whale, I would still employ that type of strategy. However, if you're whaling out, you're going to be able to go in there and min max a whole bunch of teams and give yourself some more options. But when you're free to play or a dolphin, you won't have those types of options there or anything like that. So you start off with the gray, the gray artifact or enhancement skill or anything like that. You start off with that, and then you go up accordingly. The next level requires you to have the green, and then the blue rare, and then heroic, and then the legendary, and on and so forth. So that's what you would use to go in there and upgrade your artifacts. Now you can get in away with, skills. You can get away without upgrading your skills for a good portion of the early part of the game, but then eventually you're going to start hitting a difficulty wall where you will have to go in there and start upgrading your skills. So in each one of you guys, you'll have your own play styles and whatnot when you will hit that difficulty. So just use your better judgment when you want to go in there and start upgrading your skills. So I would, after you start upgrading your levels, then you can go in there and start upgrading skills. But before you even upgrade the skills, go in there and start upgrading your artifacts and your armor right here. And when you try to get the artifacts, try to line the artifacts up with the corresponding character. So right here, I have the artifact for Ophelia equipped here, but we're gonna go right here. This right here is a better artifact to use as an example. This is a 4-star artifact. It's called the military band's offbeat marcher. I have this equipped to a support character, and then on top of that, I have it equipped to a wind character. Now, right now, the only wind support character that I have in my roster is G1. She also happens to play a musical instrument, so it makes perfect sense to go ahead and give this particular artifact to her. I did go ahead and max it out. I can go in there and break through it, but I'm not going to break through this one on her. I don't think that would be worth it on doing that on this particular artifact. I'll try to reserve that for the 5-star artifacts first. And then I do have another one right here where I can go in and fuse it together and try to get it to a level 2. But I'm not going to do that on this one. Again, I want to save those types of resources. Got to be pretty judicious about these types of resources here. So max this out to its maximum level. You're going to get a lot of resources. You can also go to the store. I think in the main hub, Hanas's, named the Sega. You can go up there, buy all the artifacts. Once you get enough gold, you can buy all the armor upgrades and the armor sets from him and salvage them to give you some additional upgrade materials that you can go in there and upgrade. Once you open up the crafting, and again, I advance the game as much as you possibly can so you can get to the crafting table. You can come in here and start crafting your own sets, and once you get to a higher enough level, you can craft sets and then convert them to salvage materials and use that to get upgrade materials for your higher artifact sets. And so you see right here, I can start crafting some of the heroic sets. But my goal here is to try to eventually get down here so I can start crafting some of these legendary sets right here, because they give you some really solid bonuses, especially if you wear the set pieces. And you'll notice again right here, some of these set pieces have specific bonuses for a specific type of element. You want to go ahead and try to line those up with those types of characters. This set right here, Sticky Gorger, is a universal set that you can actually go ahead and equip to any one of your characters. And then, but this one right here, this is an ice set. So if you have an ice character such as Ophelia, this is really something that's good to go ahead and equip to her. This right here, this is a really good set to equip to a fire user, and so on and so forth. So that would be where I would go next. Actually, before I even go start doing skills, is upgrade your artifacts and go ahead and upgrade your armor sets, and then go and start doing the skills. Again, You have to unlock a lot of the game in order to go ahead and be able to do this. And then lastly, you're going to have your monsterlings. You'll start off with only being having access to one monsterling, and then at level 40, I believe this one opens up the second one, and then right here at tier 4. Actually, no, I'm sorry. It goes by according to tier. So at tier, I want to say tier 2, you get this one, and then tier 4, you get this last one right here. Breakthrough tier 4. So that's how you will be able to equip additional monsterlings. For the time being, you're going to only start off with one, and you only want to try to max out the same monsterlings for the same team that you're going to be using throughout the game for the most part. And then if you want to go ahead and upgrade your monsterling or enhance them or break through your own monsterlings as well, you're gonna have to again do as much of the story content as you possibly can. So if you notice, the same refrain that's been going through this entire video is try to do as much of the story content as you possibly can. As you can see, I still don't have the dimensional rift open. I have to go ahead and get up to beyond the dimensional rift to be able to go ahead and get that. I'm still nowhere near that. I'm just taking my sweet time being able to complete the content here and everything. So that's my advice for beginning players, for intermediate players, even for advanced players, how you want to go ahead and do that. Go in there and upgrade your characters. Advance as much of the game as you possibly can. Choose a 3 characters. Try to make it an element set if you can, but if you can't, choose 1, 2, or maybe 3 mixed elements, put them together, and focus on those characters before you start going in here trying to focus on these other characters. Then go in here and upgrade your artifact and armor sets. Try to line up the the artifact set with each character. Like again, I have Reina here equipped with the Unrelenting Chivalry Destroyer, she's a destroyer, and then it does lightning damage, and that matches up with Reina perfectly. And then go here, upgrade your basic skills, try to upgrade them all simultaneously to the same level. Don't try to leave them uneven like I have right here. Try to be more like I have right here on G1. All these at the same time. You don't have to worry about the passives trait. That's one's always going to be at level 1 maxed. And then finally, monsterlings, go ahead and just enhance those to the next level that you possibly can. And then once you start getting the higher tiers, then you'll be able to go in there and upgrade them to a higher level. And then getting to another tier, you'll be able to also add additional monsterlings to your belt as well. So that's my advice to you guys. What advice do you guys have to provide to any other additional players besides what I provided here? Jump down in the comments, let me know what you guys think about all of that. And make sure you guys do like, share, subscribe, turn on the post notifications. All that stuff really does help me out. And remember, this is Chris Bolt signing off, and I will catch you guys in the next video. Take it easy.